Thor, Odin's son, my heir, my firstborn. Do you swear to preserve the peace?
I swear.
They see you leading us to hell.
If I ask you to what end? Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same.
Do you swear to cast aside all selfish ambition and to pledge yourself only to the good of the realm?
I swear! I can still save you!
We are all dead. Can you not see?
He is anxious, angry. He feels tremendous loss and guilt.
What was the point? I was too late. I was just standing there. An idiot with an axe.
No, you're no idiot.
Even when you had two eyes, you'd see only half the picture.
You're a destroyer, Odin. See where your power lies.
So dead brother, huh? Yeah, it could be annoying.
Well, he's been dead before. You know, this time I think it really might be true.
And you said your sister and your dad,
Both dead.
but still got a mom, though?
Killed by a dark elf.
The best friend?
Starts with the heart.
You sure you're up to this particular murder mission? Oh, he's pissed. He thinks he failed.
What'd you do?
Absolutely. Rage and vengeance, anger, loss, regret, they're all tremendous motivators. They really clear the mind, so I'm good to go.
Why would I be scared of that guy? I'm the one who killed that guy, remember?
Everyone fails at who they're supposed to be for. The measure of a person, of a hero,
What were you the god of again?
is how well they succeed at being who they are.
You know, it's a trap, right?
I'm not as strong as you.
No. You're stronger.
Just as long as we're all in agreement.
And what if you're wrong?
Well, if I'm wrong, then what more can I lose? Let's kill him properly this time.
Bring me Thanos!
You are unworthy of these realms, unworthy of your title! You're unworthy! I now take from you your power!
I'm only alive because fate wants me alive. Thanos is just the latest in a long line of bastards, and he'll be the latest to feel my vengeance. Fate wills it so.
When can we expect you back?
About that. Someday, perhaps. I shall make you proud.
I'm still worthy.
It's time for me to be who I am rather than who I'm supposed to be.
The throne. What will you do?
I'm not sure. For the first time in 1,000 years, I have no path.
told you not to worry, but maybe that's a lie. Honey, what's the hurry? Won't you stay inside? Remember not to get too close to stars. They're never gonna give you love like us.
Hi, how are you? How are you guys? So as promised, I'm gonna do some reviews of um some art reviews and art critiques of different types of artists. So I really want to start with Rein Ren Ren Wei Pan. Um, so it is an international artist illustrator. Um, so yeah, I want to start with a few analyzing the pieces that the artist sent me, and yeah. So I want to start with this one. So as you can see, there's ponies, and you're gonna see this theme um, in the next pieces with different like most of the pieces are inspired by bunnies, but also by other animals. If you go to the artist's Instagram. So the first thing that we see right here is some type of fan art, and if you recognize this game, Death Stranding, it's pretty much a game made by Hideo Kojima. And when I was reading the interview, um, the artist really likes Hideo Kojima, and you're gonna see a lot of inspiration being drawn from Kojima into these illustrations. So as we can see, like the attention to detail, like it is used incredible. Like in the video game, you see that. Well, let me pull it off 1 second. So as you can see, like the concept of the video game is really weird, and like I don't know how to explain it. I haven't played it yet because I'm waiting for the PC version of it. But like you can see that the main character is holding a baby on a capsule, and the same thing happens here. Like it's holding a baby bunny. So like the attention to detail, it is like extreme. Like I don't know. I think the artist really paid attention to everything. Also with these bunnies in here, made out of some type of material. They're also in the game. As far as the colors and the composition, I would say it's pretty well organized. If I was gonna do this illustration myself, I probably add one more of these bunnies, just because like how I don't know, like there's different rules for art, and I guess odd numbers work better. So like you can have these two bunnies right here, but like if you add one more bunny, like it will make a huge difference. It will make it more impactful. Even though it is already like 10 out of 10, it will make it like it will raise it one notch. So maybe like the bunnies maybe like back here, or maybe like it is in front here. One of those two like will work perfectly. I see a lot of shading being done with this bunny right here. Not so much with this one. Yeah. Maybe just add a tiny more extra details. Maybe like a helmet or something like that that is in the game. So yeah, that's about it. The logo is pretty well done. I don't know what type of software the artists use. Probably, I would say probably Photoshop. But the awareness of lighting, like it is so well done on this bunny right here, and also like how it casts just highlights into other parts, into like the clothing. We can see it right here, we can see it on the vest right here, right here. Right here. Okay, one criticism that I see right now that is bothering me, and I just saw it, is this right here. I know that in the game, this tool right here emits some type of light, like light, and it is positioned in a different. I don't know. It's like a hand opening and closing, and I guess when it's super open, like it senses the enemies that are close to the character or something like that. But like one thing that I would love to see is like I would love to see some that light being casted into maybe like some of the clothing, or maybe like if you make the background like really dark, like you can have this gray background, but like if you make this area right here like almost black with like a gradient or something, you can make this really stand out, and also like cast some type of like lighting into these bunnies right here. But that's just like an advice. You have to do it. Overall, the design looks clean, looks very graphic designy, so which is good. Minimal, with a few senses of minimalism. But yeah, that's about it for this piece. So let's move on to the next one. So as you can see, this one has a lot more detail than this one. I'm gonna say something really quick. So this font right here is bothering me. I love that it is kind of stating, I don't know if it's stating the name of the character, or I think it is, or something like that. Um, but I would like knowing that there's so much detail in the background and on the character. Either I will make this a lot more simple or more complex, one of those two. Um, or maybe like play with how the letters like are not in the background, maybe the lighter in the foreground or something like that. Just play with that. Um, Other than that, the anatomy of the character is really well done. I can 100% tell you that the artist knows anatomy and has been studying it for a long time. Same thing with the face. Shading is soft. I would love to see the clavicle. I've seen a lot of artists do this where they kind of like exemplify the clavicle, just make it softer. That's my only suggestion. You soften it a tiny bit and you should be good. Similar to this. Let's see. Clothing is really well done. Really good attention on the accessories. And as you can see, the theme of the bunnies is being transferred right here. So like perspective and how the character exists in space is really well done. Let's see. You know, I don't mind that this doesn't have a shadow. It just makes it more graphic-y, almost video game like, which is good. So yeah, so far as the background. So in the background, I can totally see that the artist is using foreground, middle ground, and background. So I want to explain this like this. So the foreground, so the background is this, which doesn't have a lot of detail and doesn't have outlines. Middle ground will be this one with the outlines, and the foreground will be the more detailed guns. And that's used for like the guns in the background. So separating all of those elements is gonna give you space, even though there's not a lot of, like from far away you don't see a lot of detail. So that's something that I like. If you're an artist and you're struggling with that, like that's something that I will borrow from this artist. Yeah. Let's see. So hair, a lot of people have trouble with hair, and I think the artist in this case does a really good job. And my only thing for hair is that you just have to follow how the hair flows. So this artist is following like that. Like long strands, and that's what will make it be more hair-like. Like in this case, like these parts are beautiful. I would love to see more of those over here. just because over here they seem the same, like the same length. Maybe that was intentional, but maybe like have a little bit of a variation and you should be good. The rendition of textures, the only way to render textures like this is to go on Google or like look at real life examples and just try to mimic how that material reacts to light, how it reacts to different objects, and so on. So as you can see right here, the highlights are not very strong, and you wouldn't see like leather being super shiny. So I can say that this is really well done. Same thing with the wood right here. I would love to see, like, I don't know what type of material this is. I'm assuming it's some type of metal. I would love to see a tiny more highlights. Just a tiny bit. Same thing with these metal parts right here. They don't have to be like super strong, but a tiny bit more.
Where did you go? I should know, but it's cold and I don't wanna be lonely. Was hoping you'd come home. I don't care if it's a lie. Told you not to worry, but maybe that's a lie. Honey, what's the hurry? Won't you stay inside? Remember not to get too close to stars. They're never gonna give you love like ours. Where did you go? I should know, but it's cold and I don't wanna be lonely. So show me the way home. I can't lose another life.
Okay, as far as the color scheme goes, I would say it's pretty consistent. Everything has a sense, a hue of red, even the stockings. I know they're brown, but like they have a tiny bit of red on them. Same thing with the leather, shoes. So that's working pretty well. And I wanna say it again. This text is bothering me. Maybe if you made the text a little bit closer to this type of white or like creamy white, it will work. It will work a tiny bit better. Let's see.
Where did you go? I should know, but it's cold and I don't wanna be lonely. Was hoping you'd come home. I don't care if it's a lie.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe if it's like this or like maybe something a little bit less super wide. That would fix it. Or you just change the font or something. I will do something different with this. Let's move on to the next piece. So as we can see, the character development, it is evolving. We see the same thing, inspired by bunnies, and this piece is called the Bunny Protector. So just by the title we can assume that this character protects the bunnies, and it's some type of like hunter. Like I can see this character maybe like on the desert or something like that, super stealthy. And these are like original like character design, so I can totally see this like in a video game or something like that. Like with the material here on the leathers, I'm not really sure if it's glowing or if it's like some type of like reflective material. We can see that this is probably like I don't know if it's like an oxygen tank connected to the mask or like something connected to the glove, because we can see that the glove is shooting one of those two. Also an umbrella, maybe it's a weapon, could be a weapon. Judging by the height, I'm not really sure if this character is really tall. We'll say it's not so tall. The background, I like the background. I would love to see this like maybe like resembling like where the character might have live or like its main environment, or maybe like the character flies with umbrella or something like that. I'm not sure. But the perspective on the mask is really well done. I can totally see that probably the artist started with like a main face, because I can see it right here. I can see, so the ear is right here, chin is right here, and I can see like hair right here. So it is fair to say that the artist probably started with like a normal character and added the mask later. Um, so yeah, anatomy is. I'm not gonna say it's not correct because I cannot tell what's underneath this vest. But it looks a little tiny bit odd, especially with this hand. It looks a little bit tiny. Maybe the mask is too big, something like that. There's something that is working and not working. And I'm gonna say that it's working because we don't know who's underneath this cloak. And yeah, but overall I think the character is unique. I wanna see it in some type of comic. I wanna see the artist do like a full series, or animated series of with these characters. Next one. So this one thing that is like, if you go to the artist's Instagram, you're gonna see a lot of mechs, and that is something that grabbed my attention from the artist. Mechs, bunnies, and like anime characters. So like, all I can say about this one is that it's cute. You can probably assume that this one right here is the mother holding the baby, and probably like I don't know, maybe like a bigger son or something like that. But the mech houses has room for 3 bunnies. And also like the mech design is amazing, like the weapons, like how the ammunition works. Here's another weapon, hands. Like the anatomy is completely unique. Like the mechanisms right here to move. April 26. I'm not sure if this has some type of meaning for the artist. So color scheme, judging by the color scheme, I can say that it's pretty well balanced. Pretty much pink and blue go well together. But just adding like a tiny bit of yellow just makes it stand out a tiny bit more. So I like that. As far like, if I was gonna add more details, like I can see that these are lights right here. Maybe like make them light up or something. Or maybe like with the rockets right here. Maybe have like the rockets flying out or something like that. Like maybe having like smoke trails or something. It will make it more interesting. But like, what I'm gonna assume is that the artist just wanted to create something simple and cute, and I think it exceeded on that. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. I think this is really well done. Okay, something that I see right now. Maybe use a little bit more shading on this one in general. Looks a tiny bit more, tiny bit simple. But that's about it. Everything else is good. So okay, and so he's a more unique character design, and we can totally see that there's different elements that makes this illustration unique. Some which are like graphic design. This right here. Let's see. This right here. Even though they're simple, like they just make it, and it looks really futuristic. So, assuming this is the name of the character, the weapon, and the suit. Oh, maybe it's just the name of the weapon or something. I'm not sure. But as we can see here, like the attention to like designing the clothing is insane. Like I would totally love to see some type of jacket like this, like in the wrong way. Like you can see that. Well, I would love to see like the artist become like a designer or something like that, because the artist is well aware of how things work. So like we see like some type of like belt that will connect with like the other side, which will be I don't know where it is, somewhere around back here or something. The zipper, like the pockets would like in this case to store ammunition, but like he would store something else if it was like in real life. A logo, like everything about it is like really unique. Like different types of material. Like the jacket is one material, and this right here, like the plate, looks a little bit more harder and more plasticky. Maybe 3D printer or something like that. So I like that. Like the stitching on the hood is like wow. Like wow. And also like using like that ammunition as like almost like a, how do you say that? I don't know, like almost inspired by like punk rock or something like that. It will make the enemy intimidated of her. I don't know. I like that. Same thing with like the pants right here. We can see two different materials. This material is probably this one right here. Shoes, like this is really high fashion. Color scheme carrying over to the weapon. In this case, the sniper rifle. Same thing with like the patterns right here, right here, right here. So overall, this is really well balanced, and the lighting is amazing. It almost looks like a character that I would love to see like on the new game Valorant by Riot Games. Like I feel like this would fit like that game perfectly. Yeah, she looks like. Oh wow! Like there's even bullets on the mask. Yeah, she seems dangerous and also tactical. Like the headphones. There's some type of ears or something like that. I don't know. Anatomy is really well done. Lighting were really well done. So yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. Like between these ones, I would say like this one, this one, this one. This one are all connected. This one it's its own like anime. And we're coming back to the bunnies. Like just look at those high heels. Like what the hell? You know? Like they looks like they're like some type of like material, like liquidy material, gooey material. But also hard. Like almost like a ruby or like a crystal or something like that. Convert them into like fishnets. I guess they're made out of blood. I do like this code right here because it like resembles the I guess like the body of a bunny, the eye, the ears. It just looks like a big bunny. As far as material goes, I think it's really well done. Like almost like how black bunnies are. They're not really shiny, but you can see a tiny bit of layer on them to, I guess, to differentiate the different types of hair. So I like that. Yeah, this is really well done. The background too. This is a good background. This blue right here, the indigo one, like makes things stand out. Anatomy is really well done too. Hair super good. Let's see. Maybe something that is missing here. Ooh, okay. It seems to be attached to her body, this right here. I don't know what that is. But maybe like a weapon, because other characters have weapons. Or I don't know. Maybe she's a vampire and I don't know. Okay, let's move on. This one's good. This one's good. Okay, so this one's not super bunny inspired. Let's see. We'll say that this one's more into like these ones right here. Which will fit an anime of its own, like comic book series or something, like a manga animation. I don't know, or maybe like even just GIFs in general. Like maybe like if I was gonna make a GIF, I would like animate like the weapons, make her stationary. Maybe I animate a little bit of the hair or something like that. I don't know. Let's see. Color scheme is pretty well done. The colors on the weapons and the arrows carry over to the outfit. Shading is a little bit more graphic than the other ones, especially right here, right here, and even on the hair. Like you can see more outlines, which I don't mind with this style. If you want to make something look super realistic, not super realistic, but like you just start to remove the outlines or soften them, and that's pretty much how you will make something realistic. If you want to make something look a little bit more cartoony, use add outlines. Materials pretty well done. Different types of materials on the bow. This is something interesting right here. So the background is affecting the weapon and it's casting this yellow light. So this is well the artist knew that. So yeah, I like that. Anatomy is good. Detail right here is good. There's a lack of detail on this area right here. Everything else is it's okay. I like how the arrows kind of bend. It mimics real life. Other than that, it's very well executed. Colors are invite the viewer are inviting. They look pastel like. So which is good. Makes her not seem really dangerous, but I'm pretty sure she is dangerous. So yeah. If I was gonna go like a little bit of an extra mile, I would add some type of graphic design to what you did here. So maybe like it is following the form of the bow, maybe like that, or like it is following the arrows. Let's see, like that. I don't know, something. I think I like this one better, like that, because it is mimicking the bow right here, this line right here. But yeah, looks good like this. But that's if you wanna like incorporate it into this series. Next one. Let's see. So Falcon Falcon Scout. Hmm. Since it says Falcon, I kinda wanna see like some type of like eagle, like falcon, like cute animals like these ones to go along with this style. Of course, it can be more serious, but something like that so that they live in the same universe. Hmm. It almost seems like an ad for like for the suit. It's like selling the suit, like the types of things that it can do. Like the shoes, like they look, I don't know. I feel like the shoes look like they could do something. I don't know, like jump really high, or like either like jump really high or like run really fast. Like there's something with these devices right here. Of course, they look super futuristic, so like I say before, I wanna see the artist just pretty much venture into like fashion design, because like this type of like designs are like around the corner. Like I would say maybe like 2 to 3 years, like we're gonna start people seeing wearing stuff like this. Um, let's see. Yeah, see, like this looks like a LCD like display, like a hologram or something like that. Hmm. I'm not sure what this is. Looks like some type of device. I don't know what that is. Kinda confused. But like the rendition of the material looks like some type of leather or like latex. Yeah, I don't know. Face is really well done. Material on the glass is really well done too. How it affects the skin tones. Lipstick, the lipstick's good. So if you wanna do lipstick, I wouldn't go like all the way over here. If you want a more realistic look, just do what these artists did and don't go all the way. Her rendition is also good, outlining specific areas like these ones, and also leaving some for like the imagination, and just pretty much your brain will do the rest. Like, see, this trend right here doesn't have any outlines. Same thing with this. So just exemplifying key areas. I would say background affecting this area right here, maybe. Or maybe like there's like a sun or something that is affecting this area right here. I can see a tiny bit of a glow on the gun. I would love to see a tiny bit more, just to make it look a tiny bit more dangerous. Other than that, well done, well done, really good job. So graphic design is also good. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. So this one's a tiny bit different. Um, we can see the two characters on the same page. Um, one is with like, I guess like it's human character. You can totally see that both of them are holding X. Here. So this is a tiny, well, this is more complex and more designy. Just because, like we don't see skin tone. Like we can assume that her skin is super like white, super white. But I would say that this is her skin tone right here. But by how like the artist is only like limited to like to a limited palette, like I would say this is really well done using red outlines instead of black outlines, using cyans. Let's see here. Yeah, with the resources that the artist had, like, this is good, and it is really difficult to do. If you wanna do something similar, like, I will challenge everyone to use like pick 3 colors and go for it. Like in this case, the artist chose like a magenta, cyan, and white. Tiny bit of yellow, so 4 colors. And you don't see the yellow like everywhere, you see that in some areas. But if you wanna challenge yourself, go for it, like, and the results are gonna be like top notch, similar to this. Yeah. Narumi's good too. How it bends. Yeah, it's good. Oh, I like how the E has ears. So that's good. Nice. Good attention to detail. Okay, now this is the opposite. This is like the complete opposite. So this is using a different animal. In this case, it's the piggy force, which we see them right here, and we see an intruder, the bunny. Anti-wolf. So we know. So we have pigs, bunnies, and wolves. Oh, maybe it's not an intruder, maybe like the bunnies are helping. Huh. They're allies against the wolves. Interesting. See another bunny right here. So this one right here, I would say that it is inspired by either like a tiger or like a food dog, which it is a mythical animal in Asian culture. So assuming I would say that this is connected to her arm, like right arm. And she, like, this is a shoulder piece of its own, like an exosuit. Oh wow, I didn't even see this. Like the ammunition, so much detail everywhere. Box of ammunition. Okay. So these are the wolves, the enemy, right here. So judging by this, let's see. So these two right here, pretty similar. So I will assume that there's other humans with similar tech fighting like this. Ooh, okay. This looks like a knife right here. This looks like a Japanese dress. No, it is not a kimono, but it is something from China or Japan. Yeah, this is really well executed. Color scheme, everything's consistent. I really like the color of the background. I think it's a good choice. Let's move on to the next one. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's water or like something, food for the bunnies, so the bunny can drink. Interesting. Bunny 2. Yeah, this bunny is like they're cute, but they're really dangerous. You know, okay, something that I know that your illustrations have a lot of detail. Like if you look at a tire, you know they have like bumps. So I would love to see some of those, like even if it's just like slightly, on this. Maybe just because like of the speed, like you cannot see them. But I would love to see something like that, even like something similar to this right here, like hinting at it. It's not a big deal. Same thing with the balloon right here. It could be casting a shadow somewhere over here. Loading is pretty well executed in the bunnies, pretty good anatomy. Amazing detail on these parts right here. Same thing with the gun. Yeah. Color scheme. Very vibrant. And once again, very inviting. So blue and yellow go really well together. Tiny hint of green, and yeah. Let's move on to the next one. So, okay, more animals. So, salmon night. Salmon headpiece. So we know, yeah, this universe is full of cute animals. So I would love to see an army full of salmons or even sharks. The eyes are really well executed. Shadow right here is amazing. Shadow casted by the helmet, good. How highlights work on certain objects, also good. I like this approach of hair, where it's not outline, but you're playing with like different types of hues. So I like that. I love how the suit almost looks like fish, like some type of fish. How fishes or like have like an iridescent texture. That is what it is reminded me here. Same thing with the skin. Okay, I think I have a problem with one of the legs. This leg right here is good. This one seems a tiny bit odd. And I don't know if it's this for right here, or if it's too long. It just seems too long for me. Since the perspective is a little bit more drastic, I feel like either this part or this part right here needs to be shorter, like really small. Other than that, I don't think people will notice. But yeah, the weapon. So we have a sword. I really love what you did with the effects on the particles, and also with this oval right here surrounding the sword. So Good job on that. Graphic design, good job too. It shows some type of speed, and I just saw this. So this over here is mimicking this one right here. So good. Very in balance. Blue plate succubus. Interesting. We're starting to see shadows being implemented into your illustrations, and also different type of space. I like this. Weapon design is increasing. It is becoming, with this piece, it is becoming less militant and more fantasy-like, which is good. I like the accessories. The overall outfit and color scheme match, even the hair. Yeah, they match everything. This right here matches the background. Good job on that. Same thing with this. Repetition is key. Yeah, this is a very simple illustration. Something that is bothering me is the font. Not so much on this one, but on this one, it's a little bit simple. Can be fixed. I love how you casted the neon into the ground, so I like that. Almost like, I feel like this surface right here is super reflective, like some type of shiny floor, shiny glass, I don't know. Mechs again. Bunny is with mechs. I love how you're using camo into the mechs, and the textures that you're using, like they're really good. Like it almost looks like it's either rust or like some type of metal, or like I don't know. It looks, I mean, like somebody spray painted these patterns into the mech. I don't know. I like it a lot. So texture is good. Bunny has a little bit more detail. Like I can see more hair. Yeah, I like this a lot. Car reminds me of like Metal Slug, something like that. Yeah, I wanna see them on a video game. So this is good. Shadow. I love this, how you include your signature writer. Love how the shadow starts very strong, then vanishes into the background. I like that. I like how the mech mimics the bunny, like with the ears. That's good, that's good. Nice, good job. Queen bee. I love how I really love how you're grabbing inspiration from nature a lot and just making your own versions of it. Like even this right here looks like a honeycomb. Like yeah, I love that a lot. Not not a lot of artists do that. Weapon design like top notch. Perspective super well done. She looks innocent. She has a lot of weapons. I love the implementation of the exosuit. And also like the attention to detail on the jean shorts, like how they're ripped, buttons. Yeah, super well done. Shoes. I would love to. I would love to see this jacket on the runway. Yeah. Pastel yellow background in contrast with like the super bright yellow. That's good. That's good. Good stuff. If I was gonna do something different, maybe add some graphic design to it. Yeah, I don't know. We add some graphic design like what you did with the other pieces. With this one right here, this one right here, I like that. Maybe make her name, the queen bee, really big on the background. Next piece. Inspired by aliens. Bunnies once again. It looks like a chocolate alien. Wow, nice. So the chef is pretty much making the cake. Nice, I like this. Nice, nice. Oh wow, we see a new animal back here. It's a little birdie. Nice. Marshmallows. Egg. I'm not sure if he got trapped in the cake. Or she, or he's just part of the cake. I don't know. Like the overall design is pretty good. I like how this bunny right here is shooting marshmallows. Yeah, this is really well done. This is a good illustration. Composition is really well executed. So we see 3 characters right here. We see 1, so odd numbers, so 3, 1. I wanna count this as 1. So 1, 3, 1, 1. Maybe 2, but yeah, pretty well balanced. Addition of chocolate. Yeah, it looks like chocolate. So yeah, this is nice. On to the next one. So in this case we see King Bunny or Queen Bunny, one of those two. Being mobilized by its kingdom. Ah, nice. This looks like an engineer or something. Someone that it is inside here, so I will assume that this is full of bunnies. Raising the bunny, raising King Bunny. Of course, King Bunny gotta eat. We see a mouse now. Interesting. So in this case, we're seeing something similar to what the artist did on the. These were the artist used a limited palette with 4 colors. I'm seeing the same thing right here, which gives unity to the whole piece. So good job. I assume that a lot of research was done on how castles, like these platforms, are on real life in order to transfer it here. Same thing with like the vehicle, like this is pretty much a car, we can see the license plate. And just merging both of them, you know, like I can see the car mixed with like some type of like tiger combined with a castle. Looks pretty Mad Max, but I think it's a good challenge. You know, I feel like if any artist out there is lacking creativity, like follow like these steps and follow these artists in general for inspiration. Okay, final piece. So in this case, we see more perspective and more shadows being casted. This is more advanced. I'm not sure where light is getting cast from. I will assume it's from in front of the character, because we can see her shadow right here. If so, this shadow is good. This shadow is bothering me a little bit. Needs to be more like this. This one's good. Yeah, it's just this one right here. Other than that, everything is good. Almost looks like she's using like a scuba tank suit. Yeah, something like that. because she has the helmet, so on. She looks wet, which I'm assuming she was underwater. Yeah, same thing with the material. Like it looks like she was underwater. I like this. I like this a lot. I would love to see. We don't see any graphic design or anything like that in this piece, but like I would love to see like even objects like this one getting carried over to your other illustrations. The skin is pretty well done. So I know that you have a lot of experience on that, so I'm not gonna say anything. Even how water interacts with the skin is, yeah, it's just amazing. Yeah, you're an amazing artist. The hair, so I can see that a lot of stuff is being softened. The skin, same thing with the hair right here. I would love to see that a tiny more on this area. Other than that, like this is a really well executed piece. I'm not sure why I am seeing there's like lines on the background. I don't know if that's intentional or something like that. If not, I will try to fix it. Not big deal. One tip that I recommend for all artists that this artist is using. So whenever you try to make eyes, always make sure to make this part right here darker, like a darker color of what the color of your the eye color that you want on your main characters. So in this case, it's like a teal, like cyan type of color. So you will go that version in a darker, put it on top, and that is gonna make it more realistic. That's something that I learned over the years. Other than that, pretty good job. How you're including your signature hidden in your pieces. I like that. Yeah. Nice. Overall, I really love this type of style, and I don't know, like I feel like this art style is not super well accepted on art schools. I'm not sure if it's accepted, like for example, like in Japan or like China, South Korea, because like people over there know this style. But in America, if you try to make something like this on our school, like they will completely tell you like, no, don't do that. We don't want you drawing like that. And there's a reason for it. And it is because like if you start drawing like this since from the beginning, like you will never learn how materials work. But if you combine the two, like you will get something similar to this, where you will understand how lighting works, how materials work, how anatomy works, and you pretty much will just become unstoppable, and you will become a really good artist, like this artist right here, you know. Like I can totally see this artist like working in fashion, working in like animations, movies, like a lot of stuff, and that is good. Like not a lot of people have that. And also like keeping your creativity levels up high, you know, like creating your own like universes. Like in this case, like it went from bunnies to like like merging them into like anime characters and just blending the two. Like yeah, yeah, like I've been saying this. Like I would love to see this in an anime or like a video game. I will totally buy that. Um. So yeah, if you wanna support the artist, here is the artist information. So the Instagram, it is at Rein Wei. I discovered this artist via ArtStation. So ArtStation is pretty much so ArtStation is pretty much like art styles like this one, and you will find a lot of like concept artists, like people working in video games, comic books. So if you really like similar to like DeviantArt but more professional, if you really like that type of stuff, I will go there. And this is the handle. So yeah, all I can say is go support this artist, and also this I have a I have a interview from the artist that will be posted on Apple News, and this is the channel. Just type that on. If you have an iPhone, if you have an iPad, if you have a Mac, just go there. I think the app is already installed, and all you have to do is search for Veneno, and yeah, you will get the full interview. So yeah, all the artwork is property of the artist. If you want to use something from the artist, make sure to ask permission first. And yeah, that's about it. And I hope everyone liked this. Tomorrow is gonna be a different one. Tomorrow I'm gonna be showcasing an artist called the Unividuos, which is more fine art. More black and white. So yeah, I will be doing the same thing. And yeah, I hope everybody enjoy this. So yeah.